Oh, siyacela if leaders, you don't want to be addressed by the minister, I can't give the deputy ministers when one now we can't. Yeah, I think we've taken note of your
So guys, what you are seeing right now are the members of SADTU refusing to be addressed by the Minister of Basic Education, Siviwe Gwarube, simply on the basis that she is the member of the Democratic Alliance. So guys, the politics has entered into your children's classrooms. Right now, SADTU is pretending like they are behaving like this because of the Bela Bill, because they want the president to implement the Bela Bill. But we know, even after Siviwe Gwarube was announced that she is going to replace Imbizo as the Minister of Basic Education, SADTU came out to say that we are not happy about the president appointing this woman to be the Minister of Basic Education. This is something that SADTU has been very vocal about, that we are not happy about Siviwe Gwarube being the Minister of Basic Education. So SADTU was actually happy with Imbizo being the Minister of Basic Education. SADTU actually believed that our children, they got the best under Imbizo. Now that there is a younger, more energetic minister who wants to actually change things inside the Ministry of Basic Education, SADTU is not happy about it at all. It is quite sad to see, man. It is quite sad to see. Because all of these things that SADTU is talking about, the transformation and what needs to change, they never actually pushed for the ANC Minister of Basic Education to actually implement any of these things that they are talking about today. But today, SADTU is pretending like Siviwe Gwarube is so bad that our children are going to get the worst of the worst, when these people were happy with Imbizo being the Minister of Basic Education. This is how much these people actually hate you. As a parent right now in the country, you need to understand that SADTU hates you. SADTU, they don't want to see anything being changed. They are happy with the current status quo. They are happy with how our schools are. They are happy with the kind of education system that your children are getting. This is how much these people actually hate you. This is how much these people hate you. So they are pretending like they are standing for the right thing. But we know that they are not happy with the fact that there are changes. They are not happy with the fact that Imbizo, who has been there as their friend for the longest of time, is no longer there. Now you have someone who actually wants to work, someone who actually wants to ensure that younger people in this country are getting the best education. They don't want to see that happening. They don't want to see that happening. So recently, President Ramaphosa had a presidential Imbizo, and this is how the members of SADTU actually reacted. And the president actually had to come out to say that, guys, can we please behave accordingly? What you guys are doing, it is uncanny, it is not okay what you guys are doing.
I'm a pamphlet, mama placard, my wife pants. No, singer is in jam. No, Minister Misa Angapendu.
So the president is actually begging these people to put their placards down, to sit down. Because this is the presidential Imbizo. People are actually expecting the president to address a lot of issues. But now you see the members of SADTU standing up, protesting the Minister of Basic Education. Man, these people hate you. as a parent, man, you need to understand that SADTU actually hates you. And this is all the fault of the ANC. This is the fault of the ANC. SADTU was having the time of their lives when Motshekga was in office. They were having the best time of their lives. They didn't care that in 2024, young people are still dying in the toilets in schools. They're dying in the pit toilets in schools. They didn't care about the fact that your children were not even participating in any sporting events in schools. They don't care about any of these issues that we have been talking about, especially when we talk about the education of young people. They didn't care about that. They were just happy with having their friend Motshekga in office. Now that Siviwe Gwarube is the new sheriff in town, SADTU has actually committed itself to going everywhere where Minister of Basic Education is and drowning her and making sure that the Minister of Education doesn't get to address the people, doesn't get to address even them as an organization. It is quite sad to see.
Until sikwazi ukuthi emhlanganweni sikwazi ukuthi sisebenzisane kahle ngimile kuleyo ndawo masiwabeke phansi sihlale phansi akwazi ukuphendula ngoba ikhona enye into engifuna ukunitshela yona ngakumbi wena sisiwami noma Russia ngifuna uku-addressa wena.
I mean, like right now SADTU is not even pretending to respect Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa is basically begging these people to sit down and to listen to the Minister of Basic Education, but they don't even want to do that. And especially when it comes to this, you see, when it comes to this matter of Bela Bill, Siviwe Gwarube said that she is working with the presidency and she is going to implement the Bela Bill as the presidency says. Siviwe Gwarube said, like, this is what she said recently. It's not like she is totally against the Bela Bill. She said that I am working with the president, I am working with the presidency about how we are going to implement the Bela Bill. But these people, for some reason, they are pretending like Siviwe Gwarube hates the Bela Bill simply because she belongs to the Democratic Alliance. They are not even listening to what she's saying. They are not even listening to what she's saying. So if you are someone looking from outside, you would actually think that SADTU wants what is best for your children. You would think SADTU want what is best for your children, but these people, they don't want what is best for your children. They don't, because they don't even want to engage the Minister of Basic Education. Why don't they debate the Minister of Education instead of just singing, standing up, or protesting? Why don't they just debate it? Why don't they just debate it?
Wawena bekani phansi ama-pamphlet ayihlale phansi ibambe umthetho. Okay, anifuni ke impendulo ephuma on education sizayishelva ke ngizaniphendula ngelinye ilanga ngoba.
So the president says that, okay, you don't want to hear the answers coming from the basic education, so we are going to put it aside. We are going to answer your questions the other day. I mean, like, the president is even caving to these people. Ramaphosa is caving to these people instead of just saying that security, can you please get these people out? Because right now you have the communities that are waiting to hear from the Minister of Basic Education. You have the communities that are waiting to hear from the president. But a couple of these people have actually managed to force the president to say that we are going to put it aside. We will answer it some other time. Ramaphosa is weak, man. Ramaphosa is weak, man. You could have just called for the security to remove these people. If they want to protest, they can go outside and sing and do everything outside. But inside, the communities are going to listen to the president. The communities are going to listen to the people that actually came with the president, because this has to do with the education of their children. It has to do with the education of their children, and I assume some of them, they want to hear what the president is going to do about the fact that their children are sitting down unemployed. Some of them, they want to hear what the president is going to do about the infrastructure that is collapsing. People are actually there to listen to various things, but for the president to actually say that we are going to push this issue aside and we are going to answer it some other day, it actually shows that these people do not have respect for Ramaphosa. These people do not fear Ramaphosa as the president. They see him as nothing. They see him as nothing. And to make it worse, Ramaphosa caves to these people. He caves to them to say that we are going to push it aside. It is pathetic, man.
Bonisa kahle ukuthi aniyifuni leyo mpendulo. Aniyifuni impendulo yebe. And kusho ukuthi anifuni ukuthi nginichazele ukuthi sizowenzani na.
You can see the minister here. She's waiting to address not only the members of SADTU, but she's waiting to address the public. She's waiting to address the parents of these children. She's waiting to address the people. She's waiting to address the community. But here you have a president that is playing footsie with SADTU. You have the president that is playing footsie with SADTU. So one might actually think that President Ramaphosa is happy with the fact that Siviwe Gwarube has been drowned by these people. You would think that he's quite happy that they are not allowing her to speak. After all, this is a fight of the ANC and the DA, so we are not going to allow this woman to actually speak. It is sad, man. It is sad everywhere where Ramaphosa goes, the people do not respect it. The organizations do not respect him. Nobody actually has respect for Ramaphosa. No one has respect for Ramaphosa. So what was the purpose of Ramaphosa to actually call for the presidential Imbizo if he's going to allow a couple of people inside the hall to actually dictate what is said on the stage or not? Why did Ramaphosa actually call for the presidential Imbizo if he was going to allow the Minister of Education to be drowned by a couple of people inside the crowd?
Izolo i-advantage ebekhona ukuthi we were able to get a full and deeper explanation about the challenges the education lapha eKZN.
And again, why is the public allowing these people to actually cause so much disruptions? Why is the public allowing these people to cause so much disruptions? Or are they happy with the fact that they are not going to hear from the Minister of Basic Education? Why is the crowd not saying anything about these people that are causing disruptions in the meeting? Why? And these are the same people that say, no, we need to have a what is that thing that Thabo Mbeki always cries about? We need to have the national dialogue. How do you think the national dialogue is actually going to be achieved when Ramaphosa is such a weak president standing there? Ramaphosa is weak, man. These people do not respect him. He's weak. He's weak. So they are there to listen to some of the challenges in the education system, but they are actually going to allow SADTU to stop them from listening to the Minister of Basic Education, the most important person in the education. They are not going to listen to that person because SADTU, for some reason, they are throwing tantrums because they are not happy that Siviwe Gwarube is from the Democratic Alliance. SADTU wants to live in the bubble that the ANC won the elections, so the ANC should have appointed the ANC Minister of Basic Education. This is what SADTU is saying, basically, that they do not respect our democracy. They do not respect the democracy. SADTU does not want to recognize that the ANC lost the elections, and the ANC losing the elections, they have to govern with other political parties. Like, this is sad to see, man. This is sad to see. This is sad to see, man. This is sad to see. These people, man, are deep in the rural areas, man. These people are deep in the townships. The education of young people, man, in this country, it is a shame. Young people are not even participating in sports. You look at the hygiene of these schools, man. You look at the state of the schools. you would think that these are the things that the people would actually want to hear, that how are some of these things are going to be fixed. But here, the pathetic SADTU is there, ensuring that no one listens to the Minister of Basic Education.
Chazele kahle ukuthi kwenzeka kodwa ke ngiyayinotha lento yama-pamphlet wenu, that's fine, sengiwafundile ngiwastadishile ngingabhala ne-exam ngawo ngipase kahle. Qhuba Minister.
Yabulela Mongameli, enye into ndiyacinga Mongameli into yobana kubalulekile uba ndiphendule ngoba kukho nabantu abasemakhaya abafuna ukuyiva le mpendulo. So kuyanyanzeleka into yoba singajongi nje abantu abalapha eholweni, sicingele nabo abafuna uyazi into yobana sizayifanda njani na indaba yemfundo apha eKwaZulu.
So basically, Siviwe Gwarube is saying that it is very important for her to speak because she wants to clarify to the people that are there, especially the people who comes from the rural areas, and some of the people that are curious about how this is going to be funded, about how this is going to be implemented. So she actually says that it is very important for me to speak as the Minister of Basic Education, as someone who is going to be held responsible if some of these things are not as implemented as we promised the people to be implemented. So it is very important for me to speak. It is very important for me to speak, but I am quite disappointed that President Ramaphosa did not get these people out of the hall. He did not get these people out of the hall.
Njengebesitsho kumongameli uyibizile le bilateral meeting ebizela into yobana efuna uqonda into yobana yintoni ingxaki elapha eKwaZulu Natal. Wayechaza ke upremier kwaye no-MEC wakhe into yobana kukhona ingxaki ye-budget constraints esinazo apha in the province. Kamnandi.
I mean, like, okay, Siviwe Gwarube is trying to speak, but I mean, I hate the fact that these people are just there, obscuring the view of some of these people. These people are there. They are talking while the minister is talking. These people are there. They are making noise. I mean, like, how can people actually pay attention to what the Minister of Basic Education is saying when you have the people standing in front of you with placards, when you have the people heckling the minister when she's trying to speak? It is sad, man. It is sad. It is sad. These people have been there, man. SADTU has been there. SADTU has been there. Now they are holding the placards that this is what needs to be done. No, this is what needs to be done. No, this is what needs to be done. The question is, why didn't they push the ANC to actually do all of these things that they are talking about today? It is said that they just want to play politics. And at the end of the day, your children are the ones that are going to be affected by these people playing politics instead of actually putting the children first. Because right now, what they are doing, they are not putting the children first. They are not putting the children first. And me as a person, I'm just asking myself, why do we have these unions, man, in the children's education? Why do these unions have a say in children's education? Why do they have a say in children's education, man? It is frustrating, man. It is so frustrating. And the president failed to protect Siviwe Gwarube. This is one thing that you need to note, that the president failed to protect the Minister of Basic Education. He failed. He failed. So if the president cannot call order, who can actually call order? The president failed to protect the Minister of Basic Education. He did. He did. He did. So these people never protested when Angie Motshekga was the Minister of Basic Education. But now they are going to protest everywhere where Siviwe Gwarube is. If you follow the tapes, if you follow the videos, you can see that these people are actually trying to make it hard for Siviwe Gwarube to actually go out with their agenda to say to the people, to say that, guys, this is what we are planning to do. The only thing that these people are obsessed about is the fact that Siviwe Gwarube comes from the Democratic Alliance, and to pretend like Siviwe Gwarube hates the Bela Bill and she's refusing to implement the Bela Bill. This is what they are obsessed about. But it is said, just look at the kind of education system in this country, and you have people like SADTU. Are you even surprised with the fact that we have this kind of education system when we have these kind of organizations? I mean, they said it from day one. They said it from day one that we are not happy about Siviwe Gwarube. They said it from day one that we are not happy about Siviwe Gwarube. This woman, she comes from the racist Democratic Alliance, and she is not going to implement any policies that are going to push for transformation. They said it from day one. I remember I did a video. The first day when Siviwe Gwarube was announced that she's going to be the Minister of Basic Education. SADTU came out, their spokesperson. They were all over television, they were all over radio, saying how much they hated the decision of Ramaphosa to implementing this woman to be the Minister of Basic Education. So they've said it from day one that they are not going to work with Siviwe Gwarube. They are not interested in listening to Siviwe Gwarube. All these ideas that Siviwe Gwarube is talking about, they are not interested to listen to. They are not interested to listen to. So they are happy with the status quo of the education system in this country. This is what SADTU is saying. They are happy with how things are in the education system. And for the people to actually not push for these idiots to get out of the hall, maybe they deserve everything that is happening. Maybe they deserve everything that is happening, because they should have actually stood up to say that we are here to listen to how our children's education is going to change. We are here to listen to how the Department of Basic Education is going to allocate the funds. We are here to listen to how everything is going to change. And we are not going to allow you to stand there with your placards to play politics while we are talking about our children's education. This is what the community should have said, that we are not going to sit here and listen to you trying to play politics when we're talking about our children's education. So SADTU is happy. SADTU is happy with everything. They are happy with everything. They are happy. They are happy. So this is what you get. This is what you get when you play politics at the expense of young people. This is what you get. This is what you get. Guys, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye bye.